Welcome to Painting with Whiskey and Women, where unfortunately there hasn't been a lot of whiskey, but there is a lot of painting. I am Crysta. I am a furniture artist out of Berry, Texas. With me, as always, my bestie, my girl, my Sue. And she is from Mylo and Picasso. So, Sue, take it away, girl. Tell them what you about.
Hey guys, I'm Sue, the owner and artisan behind Mylo and Picasso. I'm located here in Sevierville, Tennessee, at the foot of the Smoky Mountains. Today, we're going to go on the dark side because last week we went a little bit feminine, which is out of both our wheelhouses. And boy, I got to say, you rocked that piece, girlfriend.
Thank you. I'm still working on it, but I'm loving how this is turning out.
So the only way anybody's going to see this piece I'm working on today is go in and see the end before we started today, because I've got it all covered up and protected with dollar store plastic tablecloths, well taped off. I'm going to go ahead and put a clear coat resin on here. And there's a reason I'm doing that. It wasn't my original thought, but because it's a mid 1800s antique piece out of an old cabin here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, every time I primed and painted the top of this, it was lifting around the edges. There is so much gunk and oil and tannins in there from, 200 years almost, that I had to keep painting over and over and over. So we're going to go ahead and just encapsulate it in some epoxy resin today.
Awesome. So to tell you guys a little bit about this piece, this is actually we have a U-shaped sofa, and this is actually going to be our coffee table. And it's not, I have done a lot of pieces for my husband. You've seen me do a lot of skulls and motorcycles and music pieces that are, more on the country music, the grungy kind of stuff. And it's not very often that I go feminine, but I did want this coffee table to be more feminine than more of the masculine pieces I do for my husband. So I'm going to show you guys the two sides that are completed. I'm going to turn real quick because while Sue's mixing her epoxy. So this is the side that is completed. This is an A1 transfer, the Mint by Michelle A1. This is actually 4 panels, and it had another panel underneath. So it's 8 panels long, 3 panels high. Well, with the height of this, I only use the top 2 panels for the big scene. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm finishing up the 4 panels here. Now, what I did with the bottom panels is I didn't want to just go, oh, I'm not going to use these and throw them away. So they're flowers, guys. It's not like if you put a flower upside down, somebody's going to say, well, what is that? It's not like you're taking a bird and flipping it on its head. So what I did was I just repositioned the 4 bottom panels on this side to make, instead of having a scene, I did get you guys, there you go, on each side. And then I took a transfer in the middle to pull it together. Now I haven't worked on the front yet, but this is the front, and I will put little transfers right in through here. And then I'll go through this molding with some gilding jewels after I seal it, and possibly use some glaze. But that's where I am on this piece right now. And let's see who's on with us. Elizabeth Geis is on with us. Hey, Elizabeth. Anne from Indiana is on with us. Elizabeth says it's beautiful, Crysta. Jackie White Garrett is on with us. She says, hi, ladies. Jackie says it's so pretty. Hi, Ford. Ford, Mama's working, baby. I know you want to play. See how big he's gotten? Oh, he's gotten so huge. So he's almost the size of Balder now, and he's 16 weeks old tomorrow. So Mama's working. You have been good up until we went live. You've been good. Now go get your bones. No. Are you talking?
Mommy.
Okay, Mama's got to work. Go get your bone. So just to get this out of the way, if you were watching my Miss Lillian's live on Tuesday, I announced that May 5th, 6th, and 7th that we will be, Sue and I will be at the Waco Crafting Convention in Waco, Texas. Yes, Sue is flying to Texas. She will actually be flying in the afternoon of the 1st of May, and she'll be flying home the 11th of May. But Sue is going to be doing the crafting convention with me, teaching classes. We are going to be doing 2 introductory to furniture painting, 1 each day. We're also going to be doing a craft kit class. That's to be determined. We're working on it now, what we're going to put together for that. We're also going to be doing an introduction to blending that Sue and I will be teaching together. And Sue's going to show her method of blending, her favorite methods of blending. I'm going to be showing my favorite methods of blending, and hopefully get people and answer people's questions and reach out and get to meet everybody. So if you're in the Waco area, May 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, come on down and see us. If you want tickets, let me know. I can get you a discount code to get you a discount on the tickets. So definitely. 2 Chatty Chicks is on with us. Hey, Renee.
Hello, Renee.
Elizabeth says, Sue, I need to come visit you. I hear it's beautiful out by you. Oh, before you even say anything, I love it where Sue is. The views are amazing. I mean, it is so pretty where she lives out there. It is absolutely gorgeous. And we try to get out there as much as we can. But Sue's coming to me this time, so y'all watch out. So can't believe I'm going to have Sue here for 11 days. That's going to be amazing. Oh, the stuff we're going to do, Sue. Oh, the stuff we're going to do.
Oh, yeah, do we have plans?
So, guys at home, tell us what you guys are working on. I would love to know what you guys are doing. If you are a retailer, go ahead and put in your business, or if you do videos, any content. For people. Ford, I'm talking. Don't you holler at me. Austin's in there going, go Ford, go. Go get your bone. Or Mama's going to pow pow that honey.
Okay, that's 3 minutes.
All right. So, Sue, you do tell them about your resin, what you do for that, hon.
I'm using the Alumilite resin, casting resin. So it's 2 parts. I'm using the 1 pint size, so it should be ample enough to do this whole top. I don't have to worry about measuring and messing it up and not having the right parts. Just dump the whole bottle in, A and B. I mixed it with my drill mixer. Ooh, I can figure out where to put this. For 3 minutes. It will create some bubbles. We found this out last time. No big deal. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour it. And the trick to this is starting at the center and working it out to the edges. So that's what I'm fixing to do. I've got this wrapped really, really well, so anything that drips isn't going to go on my floor, isn't going to go on my piece. And I've literally been working on this over a year.
She has. Our first trip to Tennessee and our second trip to Tennessee, it was in when she was at the other house. It was in her basement in her studio, and I kept walking by it, and it was like, man, if she had that thing finished, it would have come home with me. But she didn't have it finished, and she's like, "Oh, I'm not done." And I'm like, "Well, can we finish it while you're here?" No, well, I'm just not sure. So yeah, it has been in timeout for over a year.
And you know what? I'm so fond of this piece, Crysta. I'm not sure I want to sell it.
Good, you can keep it, and then when we finally talk you into moving to Texas, you can bring it with you. That's good too. I'm okay with either one.
Yeah, and it won't fit in my bedroom. So I'm sure you are good at that. So this is the trick. You start in the middle and you work it out to the edges. That way, you know, you're going to have nice, full, even coverage over the whole thing. What I am concerned about is these carved pieces around the edge. I'm going to have to use my fingers to get it in all those little grooves.
And that's why you're wearing gloves, correct?
Correct. Well, you know, it's really a good idea to wear gloves anyways. This stuff is sticky.
So let me get to comments real quick. Renee from Two Chatty Chicks says, I so wish I could have come. And Renee, if you feel up to it and you want to do a last minute trip, you're welcome to join us and be part of our crew out there. Renee's laughing. He says he has to have the last word. Ford barking at me. Elizabeth says a nightstand, made a custom mix, didn't measure, messed up ceiling, and now I can't figure out the color mix again. You know, Elizabeth, that's one of the things I love about Miss Lillian's is that there's such an extensive amount of colors, just a plethora of colors, like 180, 190 colors, I think now. Is that and you know, I'm on my page, so I can say it. When I was with Dixie Belle, I would have to mix a lot of colors. And somebody asked me one time in my store, how did I, you know, why did I have two paint lines? And the thing is, I did 90% of my customs using Miss Lillian's because somebody's going to bring you in, you know, okay, let's just say they bring you in this transfer and it's a fabric swatch. And they say, I want to see not this pink, but this pink on the flower. I want to match that color in my fabric. And so the easiest thing for me to do instead of sitting down and, you know, I have to mix and, you know, is this 90, 10, 70, 30, 80, whatever it is. And then they go, no, no, no. We would go onto the Miss Lillian's website and I would say, is this your color? And they would say, yes. The best thing about that was that in 6-8 months from now, if they got me to do like a nightstand and then they come back and go, you know what? I want my dresser now. You don't have to remember a year later. You just go, that was in pink lipstick or that was in whatever color it was. You order in another and it's color matched just like that. So Renee says, glad someone else works on things forever as well. We all do. I've had pieces that, well, think about my bench, Renee, that I did a couple weeks ago. I have literally been carrying that around for over 20 years before I did anything with it. And I kept saying, I'm going to do something with this. And I just never could figure out what I wanted to do with it. So over 20 years, that piece of furniture has been with me. I never did anything with it. Sue Ann from Indiana wants to know, love your apron, Sue. Where did you get it?
I believe I got it on Amazon.
And Elizabeth says, Sue, does it have an odor?
Now, last time I did this, I didn't think so. Well, it's working. Hang on, guys. What the heck?
What's going on, girl?
I guess I need my heat gun. I guess it does have an odor from what I'm told from other people here, but I didn't smell it until after the show. I'm doing this rather than start on fire.
Kath said that she sprinkled us. And Jackie Garrett wants to know, can I use transfer on a laminate desktop? Yes, you can, but you're going to want to make sure that you seal it really well. And, oh, sorry, I got to move my foot. My left foot is asleep, and that's not good. Ooh, you're going to have to make sure that you seal it really well. And I would also test it, but definitely you're going to have to seal it and seal it really well. So what Sue's doing right now is Sue is using her heat gun to get the little bubbles and things out of the epoxy. Hold on, Austin, I need you to come get Ford. He's trying to get, oh, he got himself out. He was trying to go underneath of the doggy gate and was stuck.
Oh,
Austin says, turn the camera on him. Well, he got himself out, but
Whiskey must have told him, hey, check out what I know something you can do.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just guiding the epoxy to the edges. So I'm going to have, doing this, I'm going to have a lot of dripping now.
oh, Delania's on with us. Hey, Delania.
Hey, girl, I hope you're feeling better.
Yes, so do I.
She had a tough night.
Landa Davidson is on with us. She said, morning all. Hello, Landa. Kath said that it's 3 a.m. there. She's in
Oh,
Australia.
wow.
And Delania says that she loves this transfer. This is a Mint by Michelle. This is one of the ones that was the A1 Mint by Michelle collaboration. And so I'm not sure if they're on the, right now, I don't know if they're on the Mint by Michelle or if they're under the Painted Lady, because A1 was Pam and Heather, so I'm not really sure, but I'm sure that you can still get these. And if not, you can always post on I'm willing to post, because a lot of my friends did carry the A1s. And if you can't find it by either Mint by Michelle or the Painted Lady, let me know. And if you're looking for it, I'll be happy to put out a post on my page and ask if any of my friends who were retailers might possibly still have one in stock. But when I get done with this, I will pull it back. I'll show you guys again all the sides. So this is an absolutely beautiful transfer. I'm trying to think. I don't know where the bag for it is or what this one was called. It was something garden, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It's amazing how you could take just an average coffee table and make it spectacular.
Yes. Just a little bit of imagination, some paint, maybe a transfer, a decoupage, and you are good to go. So something that is unique, something that no one else has. And that's always been my thing with furniture painting, being a furniture artist, is that I am not cookie cutter. Once I see something done, like the same transfer 300 times, even though I may love it, I don't want to do it anymore because it's not unique. Renee said it's a beautiful transfer, but girl, your finish behind it makes the transfer. Thank you, Renee. That is so sweet.
That's so true, though.
And what I was going to say is a lot of people just do when they're doing a transfer, they'll just do like a one color underneath of it and go, okay, I'm going to put this over white. If you've watched, I used 5 colors in this blend. Sweet Pea, Misbehave, Wisteria, Boho Queen, and Misbehave, Seaside Gray. So this is a 5 color. I stippled it on instead of flat brushed it, which gave it texture as well as the different colors. So 5 colors in there plus stippling it on just gave it a texture.
Crysta, was that using all your curated colors or just a few of them?
That was all 5 of my curated colors, yes. I was kidding with somebody and we were talking about it and they were asking me, and they said that we were talking about my curated colors with a friend, and they were saying that, they don't, because I told them that they would blend, that you can blend these 5 colors together. And they're like, no, you can't. And I'm like, oh, yes, I can. And they're like, oh, no, you can't. And I was like, hold my beer.
Yeah, so
So,
far all the content creators are pulling that off.
even these colors that, there's, like the Bohemian Queen and the Misbehave, a lot of people thought that there's no way that those would blend in because they're so bright. Well, the Bohemian Queen is so bright, and the Misbehave kind of has that little devilish, darkish kind of, let's misbehave. And that there was no way with the Sweet Pea, the Seaside Gray, and the Wisteria, because these are more pastels versus these brighter, more stronger colors, and they blend beautifully. So how's it looking on there, Sue?
Good. Remember where I said I had trouble with the paint sticking along the back because all the tannins and stuff over
Uh-huh.
the years? I'm having to tap my resin down there to stick too. So it's like it's absorbed through my paint finish.
Delaney says, I found a simple yet gorgeous piece that a local furniture artist has for sale, but I can't decide if I want to spend the money or try something similar but add a transfer. Girl, I know that you're talented and I know you could do it. But also, I would say I also support local artisans, and it would just make their day if you purchased it. So that
Yeah.
would be 100%, either way you go, you can't go wrong. So Delaney said, remind me to send you a picture of it, Crysta. Okay, I'll remind you. Hey, Delania, send me a pic. Don't forget to send me a picture. That was me reminding you.
So now I'm just making sure that the epoxy, because it is kind of hard to see, and I painted it shiny, so that works against me. Just making sure that it coated everything over these carvings.
See, I didn't think that you would really have a problem with the carvings because of the way that they curve and the indentations. I thought it would just roll off, it would roll in.
Well, it is, but it's kind of deeper where it meets the top.
Uh-huh.
So I'm having to guide it to make it uniform and smooth.
Gotcha.
And then now I'll just babysit it, for an hour and a half after we're off. That'll be it. But then I'm going to do just a little more embellishing to the front because, of course, after, over a year of looking at it, I got more ideas.
No, not you. Say it isn't so.
So, I was thinking on the way in today, that piece that I did live last week,
The
the,
jewelry arm, the jewelry
the
armoire?
jewelry. Yep. You know, I didn't even use a half of an 8-ounce jar of paint on that. Even if you include the little bit of white I blended in there,
Uh-huh.
which what I'm getting at is cost under $10 to paint that whole thing and make it worth a couple $100. So it's really a good investment to buy a jar of paint or two colors that you can mix together in different ways.
Let's see. Delaney said, and that's why I was thinking of purchasing it. Laugh out loud. Delaney said, epoxy definitely is particular with any kind of oils and tannins. Yes, it is. But I trust my girl Sue. I know she'll get it figured out.
Well,
And
the
I'll
only
tell
thing
you guys,
working against me is the substrate.
when I first did my first resin top, the first time I used resin on top of a piece, I was so nervous and scared. And then what? A month later, Sue, I did that one Whiskey Women with me and you where I epoxied two pieces in one video.
Yeah. If it wasn't as expensive as it is, I would have it on everything I do.
Me too.
I know you don't like the heat gun going, but I got to just give it a quick little blast.
Get it, girl. Okay, so while she is doing that, let me get this over. There we go. Okay, so I've blended the front and I haven't put any transfers on this, but this is one side. And then get my head out the way so y'all can get the whoop over here. Okay. And then this is the side I just finished. Now, what I was explaining, if you weren't at the beginning of the video, this is actually 4 panels of a transfer. Now, this transfer was 4 panels long, 3 deep. This piece is not big enough for the lower panel. So what I did, since I had 3 sides, is I took the panels that were supposed to be at the bottom, and then I put them on the corners laid out with a transfer here, and which brings us back to the front. There you go. And I got to figure out what I'm going to do on here. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, I've got a little rose. So, Sue, where are you at with yours, baby?
I'm done. I'm as far as I can go. I'm just going to babysit it till I get kicked out of here.
You're going to babysit it?
Well, you know, I'm going to have to keep scraping my edges. I got a popsicle stick here, and I'll just keep... Uh-oh, we lost you, Crysta. She's doing her magic trick. I do know that she has a lot of problems with her internet out there. She's actually got extenders all through the house.
Again,
So she'll be back on. Here she comes.
not sure what happened. I just turned around and y'all were gone.
Yeah. Well, I really think your extenders, I was just explaining that to everybody. You have them through the house, and I think they compete for each other.
Well, it's not so much that today. We had some small storms come through last night, but we are getting slammed right now, and it's supposed to be getting worse. We've got storms rolling through right now, and that's not to say that the internet didn't blip, on our end. So, Kat says she'll watch the replay. She's in a meeting in a minute. Kathy Stokesbury is on. She says, "Look at you girls."
Hey, Kathy.
She says, "So pretty, Crysta." Delaney says she loves it. Kathy says, "I'm a little late." So, Sue, did you just pour an epoxy over your piece? So, do you want to go over your piece?
I did. This is the piece that I started over a year ago in my basement, and I had to put it in timeout. I was having trouble with paint adhering to the top of it mostly because it's mid-1800s, so it's almost 200 years old. Everything I did to it, painted it, repainted it, resealed it, reprimed it, it kept peeling up, especially around the edges when I would lift it up and move it. So I decided to encapsulate it in this amazing, I forgot what the name of it was, Alumilite. I use it all the time. Alumilite, amazing resin. The clear cast resin, I use the 1 pint size. So it was easy mixing, part A and B, complete bottles in there, mix it for 3 minutes, lay it on, pop the bubbles, and now I'll babysit for the next 2.5 hours.
So, I think I might layer these a little bit. Just kind of layer these. See, how long have we been going? Oh, okay, we got plenty of time, but Sue's done, and I'm sitting here kind of going, what am I going to do now? And I love that Sue did the Harlequin stencil on the top of that piece. When I saw it in person, she hadn't epoxied it yet. We were discussing it, and I love the Harlequin. I loved everything about that thing. I mean, I really did. I loved it. I still love it. And so I really think that with the resin on top of that Harlequin pattern on the top is really going to make that piece. Well, everything makes that piece. That piece is gorgeous.
It's just cool.
It is. You've done so much on that piece, and I've seen her and with her frustration and going back and forth with, well, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, and the piece, like she said, the piece itself wasn't taking a lot of the stuff that she tried, and so she's really been at this piece for a year, over a year, and then she had it. She's like, you know what, I need to put it away, step back until she got a game plan, and I have to say, I'm so glad you did, because girl, that thing is gorgeous.
It's smoking. And
It,
you know, it is so old that all the metal hardware was actually hand cut and hand forged. And I went ahead and I put a rust patina on all of those to finish it off. So I'll have that and some drips of rust. And of course, if you saw the before picture before the show, you can see, you know, where I was at. But I'm going to embellish just a little bit more, a little more polishing up, and she'll be done.
That's amazing. So guys, we're pretty much done for the day. I'm going to go figure out what I'm going to do here, and then I'm going to seal it. And then I need to work some more on Shorty's music piece that's sitting right over there. But I'm tired of using my TV trays, so I want my coffee table.
And it's genius that you're not going to do anything to the top. I don't know if you mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything to the top. I'm keeping, the only way I would do anything to this top is if I resin poured it, and I might resin pour it in the future, but this is it's the regular top that came as it was. But between a truck driving husband, a 23-year-old, 4 dogs, and this is going to be in my living room. We're going to be sitting everything on it. So the only way that I would have this in my living room if I painted it was if I epoxied the top, and ain't nobody got time for that right now. We're gearing up. There's a lot of behind the scenes work to do for this show that's coming up in May at the Waco Convention Center, the Waco Crafting Fair, Waco Crafting Convention, May 5th, 6th, and 7th. There's a lot of behind the scenes work, and so we are just everywhere. So
I'll be there the first week of May to dance on that table.
come on.
I'll be there.
And guys, you heard it here. I will video her dancing on the table, and I will post it on the Painting with Whiskey and Women page, because she said she would. And I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make her honest. I'm going to make her dance on this table.
I'm scared.
I know you ain't scared. So yeah, when she gets here, I will post a video of her dancing on this table in my living room. How about that, guys? So we are done for the day. Oh, we got another question. Kathy says, oh, wow, did you have to sand back before proceeding? Talking about your piece that you're working on with it.
You know, I don't really remember. And if I did, that could be the reason that it's releasing all the tannins.
Could be. Now, I'm wondering if you sealed it with a primer and then proceeded, if it would have not done that, the tannins and stuff.
Well, I know that I did at least twice put primer on. But I think sanding it, you know, so it must have been somewhat rough. I don't remember. It had 2 nightstands that came with it too when I got it, and that had the same problem. But if I wrecked that top coat that was originally on it, that would just open the pores up. What do you got?
Huh?
Somebody said something funny.
Kath got an amazing idea. She says, is any of that going to be live streamed?
Oh, the dancing on the table?
Well, the dancing on the, I wasn't thinking about live streaming the dancing on the table. I know that I'm not sure if the Waco Convention Center is Wi-Fi or cell phone friendly to where I'll get a signal out.
Oh.
If it is, then Sue and I will be live streaming our classes, our introductory class, as well as
everything.
Yeah, we'll do as much live streaming as we can. If it's not, then we'll probably just shoot the video, you know, record it with our phones and then post it when we get home. I know that when we did Pinners and Indy, the building itself, unless you paid them $50 a device.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it was $50 a device to hook into the convention center's Wi-Fi. And so I wasn't willing to pay the $50, you know, to stream. So I did the best I could with what I had. Luckily for me, a couple of people there brought their own like hot spots, and they allowed me to hook into theirs for free. And I wasn't going to pay $50. So yeah, so we are hoping to live stream as much as we can while we're there. So, and Sue and I, when we get together, we have so much fun. We've got a lot of plans for stuff that we want to do while she's here, stuff that we want to film. We've got projects we want to work on together. Just a lot. So if you kind of see me keep looking around, just the thunder and the lightning and everything is like, okay. And I heard lightning a few minutes ago, and I heard a pop, and I'm thinking, please tell me I didn't lose another tree.
All right, we better wrap this up, Don, so you can go hide in that third bathroom.
Oh, I'm not hot. I'm
Get
not hiding. I mean, it's just during the ice storm, we lost a bunch of trees and limbs out of trees, and we just got that cleaned up 3 days ago from a couple of weeks ago. We finally got it all straight. Tuesday, we had a water main break also, and a couple other leaks in the house, and we just got that fixed Tuesday. So I'm kind of thinking, please, Mother Nature, give us a break. I just need a little bit of a break. Don't pick on me today, so. All right, my lovely Sue, tell them what you're about. We'll go ahead and wrap up.
All right, I'm Sue from Mylo Picasso, located here in Sevierville, Tennessee, inside Fleet Traders Paradise. I'm here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 9 to 4:30. Come in and watch me paint all day long, or you can buy a piece of my custom painted furniture.
And I am Crysta, Litter to Glitter, furniture artist out of Berry, Texas. I will be back on the Miss Lillian's page on Tuesday at 3 Central Standard Time. That is 4 Eastern. And of course, Sue and I will be back here next Thursday with Painting with Whiskey and Women at 11 Texas Central. And that would be noon Eastern. So guys, we love you, and we will give you guys updates on the Waco Crafting Convention very, very soon. Much love, you guys.